Hello everyone, welcome to another Blooket YouTube video. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to make Blooket inside of Scratch. In this episode, what we're going to be doing is adding the stats page, and when you're on the same background as the tab, it will turn white automatically. So let's just go save our projects as a fresh new copy. For this is episode 6. Welcome back, guys. We have a lot of things to do and a bit of stuff we need to grab from the assets. So just drag in these things: the nameplates, the text, the buttons, and duplicate the tab sprite and delete all but the 2 stats costumes, and then put them in. Nice. Forgot putting the button sprite. So yeah, then you could just delete the sprite and delete the tab. Perfect. Now let's load them in, starting with the nameplates, the text, the stats tab page, and the buttons. So we're not going to need this nameplate sprite for a while, and this is hand drawn, by the way. So we're just going to make a new backdrop. Just duplicate the market one, delete where it says market, and name it stats. And you could just click Control V, or on mobile, paste. Nice. Now let's make it so you can actually switch to the stats tab. So we're going to name this sprite stats tab. And this is, oh my gosh, I can't speak. This is very easy. Just drag in all of these scripts, and a couple of changes are needed. We'll set the Y to 120 right here, and we'll make sure that these switch to right costumes. And when this sprite clicks, set backdrop to stats. So let's click the green flag. And there's an issue. I just need to swap these out. And boom. Animation, you could open any pack. It hides, then reshows, and click on it. Boom. Switch to the stats page, which is amazing. We could even still click on the blocks from last episode. Now, let's make the things for the stats page, and we could just delete this nameplate sprite. We will not be needing that anymore. So let's start with the buttons. Just name it buttons, because why not? And we are going to need to find a good position for them. I think an X of -25 and a Y of 58 will do. Amazing. So we're going to get when green flag clicked, hide. I don't think you need it, but probably necessary. And forever, show. Oh wait, put it in an if-else loop. Go to the same position here and create clone of myself. And change X by 85. And get an equal. And if backdrop equals stats, then the script will happen, and in the else, get a hide. And I was correct, we do not need that hide. And yeah, also, we're going to need something to debug with. So go into one of these Blook sprite and drag in this chunk of code right here. This is a debugging because how the way the new Scratch update works. I'll probably make a video about that if I want to. So click the green flag, go to stats, and boom. You have the clones right there. So now we're going to get another when I start as clone. And we're gonna get an if else touching mouse pointer, so it will pop up like how it does in actual Blooket. Since this is gonna be the Blooks, make sure it's no light up to and Blooks. So if touching mouse pointer, switch costume Blooks, else switch costume to no light up to. And we could just put the same exact script, but make it market and just no light up. Put it in the forever loop. And I think I might have gone reversed. So quickly just change them. And boom. Amazing. Now we are almost done with this part. We're gonna get when this sprite clicked, we will set Blooks, or not Blook, set backdrop to market. Okay, set backdrop to Blooks. I was just testing something. And get a touching mouse pointer. And where's it? Mouse down. Get an and. If touching mouse pointer and mouse down. In this one I start as clone. We will set backdrop to market. Amazing. Shall we give it a test? So we're gonna click the green flag and click on the stats. All right, animations work well. Click on the unlock Blooks. All right, we're back in the market. Click on the manage Blooks. We're in the Blooks, or the Blooks background. Amazing. So yeah, now we're gonna add the username text. So what we're gonna go and do is, before we begin, we need to get this debug option because more clones, yay. And also we should make a new custom block called username load. And if you want this to be debugged, run fast screen refresh. And basically, when backdrop switches to stats, username load. And in the username load, what we're gonna do is repeat length of, but first we will probably gonna need a good position. How I test this is I'm just going to, oh wait, never mind. I thought I messed something up. We're gonna switch costume to A, and it works, amazing. And we're gonna repeat length of username. And we are gonna make a new variable called index. For this sprite only, important. And, whoops, didn't mean to do that. And set index to 0. And change index by 1 right here. And we're gonna create clone of myself. And change X. And you could do whatever value you like, but I like the value size divided by 7 best. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And boom. Also, we gotta do a hide. And when I start as clone, show. That was a lot of coding we did without testing. We don't even need to click the green flag again, because it still works. We have the letters popping up. Now we need to make it to the actual username. Forever. And make sure it's in the when I start as clone. Switch costume to letter and get a join. Letter index of join text. And where is it? Username. Okay, my mistake. It was supposed to be switch costume to join text, letter, join text / letter index of username. So let's just test it. Go to stats, boom, username loads, and go back to stats, and it reloads, and amazing. Now, one last thing before the end of this episode. What we're going to need to do in these 3 tab sprites, we're going to need an if. In this animation, make sure it's at the bottom or else it will not work. If backdrop equals market, I misspelled market, my bad. Then switch costume to market tab 2. And we could do the same for both of these. Not for both. For all of these. Backdrop equals Blooks in the bottom of the animation. Then switch costume to Blooks tab 1. And in the stats, if backdrop, equals stats, then switch costume to stats tab 2. I gotta make that less confusing. So let's test it. Click the green flag, and we're in the market tab. It's white, amazing. Also in the Blooks tab, it's also white, which is amazing. You know what else would be amazing? You hitting that subscribe button, baby. Yeah, because we absolutely demolished 500 subs, and now we're setting sights on 600 subs. Let's go! All right, back to something amazing. And last thing that's also amazing, boom. Just like normal Blooket, and that will be an end to another episode. I hope you enjoy this episode. And in the next episode, what we're going to be doing is a surprise. I am not the one to spoil it. So yeah.